Hey, welcome to Make Your Money Matter. I'm your host, Brad Barrett. I'm also a managing director and partner here at One Capital Management. Today on our show, we're going to talk about 3 specific ways you can recession-proof your investments and maybe even your retirement. But before we get into it today, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. All right, let's get into it. Now, many of you who've watched and listened to the Make Your Money Matter show over the past probably 12 to 18 months have heard me speak heavily on this, and there's a lot of data that you can look at here, to be fair. But over the last 40 years, if you look at it, the majority of the recessions that have been called by the NBER, which by the way is the National Bureau of Economic Research, yeah, it's a mouthful, I've talked about it before, but again, they're the official arbiter, if you will, of a recession. These recessions have been called on what economists have said in like the 11th hour. Essentially, we've already gone through the recession and then they're saying, oh, hey guys, by the way, we're in a recession. It's like, all right, thanks for letting us know, as if it changed our lives, okay? And I've shared this throughout the past year in particular, that if we all just agreed that we're in a recession, would it really change how we are living our lives right now? Would it change what we've seen in the past 12 months, as an example? It's not gonna change the fact that we're paying more at the gas pumps, not gonna change the fact that we're paying more for a gallon of milk and everything else around us that has gone up through inflation, which by the way is one of the items within a recession environment. But with that said, and with last week's discussion around the Federal Reserve rate increase of about 25 basis points and the vernacular and really the verbiage that was used by Powell with regards to future federal raise increases or things like that, I want to talk about it and really compile a list here. And by the way, this is not an exhaustive list by any means, but these are 3 ways you can recession-proof your investments, your environment around your money. And I want to start out with this. If you hear nothing else, if you turn me off right now, know this: stay the course, don't overreact, think long-term. Those are like the previous 3 I'm going to mention here, okay? But stay the course, don't overreact, think long term. I know how boring that may sound. For many of you who are watching and listening right now, you're like probably like, look, Brad, you're the most boring financial advisor and I totally expected this from you, yada, yada, yada. I know. But here's the thing, friends, it works. Following this advice specifically and especially during times of economic uncertainty can actually do wonders for your investments and your overall retirement plans. But don't mistake this, what I just mentioned, as an invitation to sit back and do nothing. A statement I always love saying is actively wait. This is not a set it and forget it environment. There are moves you can make now while things are volatile that can pay off significantly down the road. And here's number 1, have a financial advisor or professional look over your plan. You know, all those genius billionaires or financial gurus out there, guess what? They have advisors. In the sports world, a guy like Tiger Woods, arguably the best golfer ever, he has a caddy. Having advice in someone who's professional in this field is a great way to help you stay on course. You don't think Tiger Woods can read greens? He still wants someone there to make sure he's reading it right. And again, remember, don't overreact and think long term, and again, stay the course. Those are all things that an advisor can help you with. My best analogy is this: a car. You're the driver. You own the car. It's your destination that you're going to. And an advisor is sitting with you, shotgun, who has been to that destination before, who knows the potholes, the routes to go down and not go down. They can help navigate all of that. You know, maybe even the changing weather or the changing of road signs and detours. They help you with all those kind of things in my analogy. I think it's a good analogy to use for, you know, number 1 here of recession proofing your investments and your retirements. Again, is making sure you have a financial advisor with you. Number 2 is to diversify. Again, none of the things I'm saying right now are probably going to be some big aha moment, and I'm aware of that, but guess what? They work. Diversify your portfolio. Find positions and sectors and industries that are uncorrelated to items that would work through in uncertain times or during volatile times. You want to find things that work uncorrelated to, let's say, a raise in interest rates, which is what we've been seeing, right? So uncorrelated to that. And by the way, what I mean about uncorrelated is they work positively in an environment where something is working negatively. So having that in your portfolio, having that advisor from number 1 that I mentioned, be able to diversify your assets globally, mind you, you got to think through these different sectors, these different industries. And that's a great way to recession-proof your environment. And that leads me into number 3. Number 3 is making sure that within the diversification of number 2, within your investments, you have items that are actually specifically inflation-proof. things like real estate, things like commodities, things like tips or treasury inflation protection, security items within the portfolio. Diversification within what an advisor will put together are all ways to recession-proof, again, your environments, your investments. And those are 3 specific ways that you can do right now for your investments and overall, again, your overall retirement. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a single episode of the Make Your Money Matter show. And always remember to make your money matter.